Hey guys, I hope you're doing good. I'm doing really, really well. I had someone request in my video yesterday in the comments to run through what my normal day looks like. I get up at 5:30 or 6 every day. One thing I'll mention, in the old days when I was fatter, I would always wake up in the night to use the bathroom. Always, always, always. And I always thought it was just my age. Men wake up to pee in the middle of the night when they're in their mid to late 40s. I'm 48. Now that I've had the surgery, no, I sleep all the way through the night. And I get up at that time because I have an internal clock. No matter what time I go to bed, if it's 1:30 or 2 or 10 o'clock, I still wake up at 5:30 or 6. So, I sleep all the way through the night, which is a new thing, and I don't snore, and that might be a big part of it. My breathing is better. My wife is like, the day I came home from having my surgery, I still weighed 367 pounds or whatever. I lost like 5 pounds when I went to have the surgery. And she's like, you've never snored since, not once, since you got home from the surgery, which is pretty cool. So that might be a part of why I sleep so well. And I wake up rested, so that's another thing which I never really did before. But I wake up at 5:30 or 6 every day. I wake up and have an Atkins drink, one of the 11-ounce Atkins shakes. I have that first thing, and I take my pills with that, my one-a-day vitamin and my indigestion pill that the doctors gave me after my surgery. I do that, and then I have for lunch, like if we go out somewhere or whatever, I won't eat a fast food burger without the bun. I won't do that. If I have a hamburger, it's always without the bun. But like if we go out to a decent restaurant or whatever, and I don't have a lot of options, because I'm trying to stick straight to protein, I'm not doing any carbs. I'll have a good cheeseburger and I'll eat half of it and take half of it home. If we decide to go to breakfast somewhere, which every once in a while we'll do, I'll have an omelet. I'll eat half of it and take the other half home if my wife doesn't eat the other half. And then I eat the other half at lunch. So, like right now, I have on the counter behind me, I have a half of a cheeseburger that I made for myself today at lunchtime, and I'm going to have that other half for dinner. I run to Publix, which is the grocery store, and they have chili that's pre-made. They have like soups, and one of them is always chili. And I'll get a little cup of that, and I'll have that with shredded cheese and some Greek yogurt on it. Those are my kind of go-to breakfast and lunch things. I do marketing for restaurants, so one of the restaurants has a special on lobster right now. It's like $15.99 for a whole Maine lobster. If we go out there, that's what I'll get. There's only like 114 calories and 30 grams of protein in a lobster, and no fat. And I don't put any butter on it. I squeeze a little bit of lemon at the most. Usually I just eat it the way it is. So that's really good. Tuna, like tuna tataki, the seared tuna. That is something new that I've been having the last week. I've had it like 3 times. That's really good. The only thing is the wasabi upsets my stomach, and I can't eat the tuna without the soy sauce with wasabi, so I might not be doing that as much. The wasabi just doesn't sit well. It gives me a little, not heartburn, but it just, if you've had the surgery, you understand when I say things don't sit well in your stomach, because it's a weird feeling. My dinners are sparse. According to MyFitnessPal, I'm having between 400 and 700 calories a day, depending on what it is. And at night before bed, I'll have another Atkins shake, like halfway between dinner and bed. So like while I'm watching TV or working on the computer or whatever. And throughout the day, in the morning and in the evening, I walk. I have a 4-year-old Jack Russell sitting right here, trying to get up here to get his face on camera. Walk him in the morning, walk him at night. It's hotter than balls here in Florida in the summertime, so I try and do it before the sun's up and then after the sun's down. That's my exercise. I also go out on my boat a lot, and even though while you're on a boat you're sitting, of course he has to chew something right here and make noise. But when you're out on the boat, you're sitting, yes, but I'm fishing, so I'm loading the boat, unloading the boat, cleaning the boat, things like that, which are actually exercise. You end up soaked in sweat, so for what it's worth, that's another thing that I do on a regular basis. That is exercise. I'm not lifting weights yet. I actually tore a muscle in my shoulder jumping off the boat onto my dock. I pushed off with my left arm, but I pushed off and it just tweaked, and it's like a hot knife going into the muscle. So I can't do any weightlifting, and I can't really do a lot of weightlifting anyway because I still feel every once in a while like I help my neighbor lift a washing machine onto the truck, and I could feel where my incisions were just telling me to take it easy. So I'm listening to my body in every way that I can, as far as what not to do and what I'm capable of doing. But my diet is not really expanding much. I have the chili, I have the omelets, I have the burgers, but again, only good burgers. I don't do the fast food stuff. I'm getting my 100 grams of protein. I drink my gallon of water. I actually got 145 grams of protein the other day, and without one protein shake, just in food, which was crab legs, the hamburger patty, and an omelet. I had both sides of the omelet, both sides of the hamburger patty. I had a lobster and some crab legs. I ate a lot that day, but over like every 2 or 3 hours, I was eating a small meal to where I was somewhat full, but not uncomfortable. So that was a lot of protein. And then my Atkins shakes each have 15 grams of protein. So I've been loading up on the protein, doing well with my water, drinking my Powerade. My Fitness Pal is my go-to. I religiously log everything on it. And that says between 470 calories a day. 400 and 700 calories a day. The most I've had is 760 calories. So that's about it. I'm feeling great. If you want to see my scars, 2 months after surgery. Got this one here, this one here. This one up here, you can't even see it anymore. So that's about it. Please comment, please question. I'd like to hear from you if you have some suggestions for me on some things I can eat. I've tried the refried beans. I can do it for like a day, and then it's like not that interesting. I will say, if my wife, there's a really good like Mexican market, and they have a grill inside, and they make burritos. My wife gets a burrito and only eats half of it, so I eat the other half, but I take the filling out of it and I eat it that way. Like, I don't eat the tortilla. That was really good. That was something that I could do on a regular basis as well, because it's really just beef or steak and lettuce and a little bit of sour cream and some hot sauce, and cheese, and it was really good. And half of that burrito is really perfectly filling for me. So, any ideas, any tips, any suggestions? Please don't hold back. If you're gonna have this surgery and you're worried, don't be. Expect a miracle. It'll change your life. It'll actually give you the chance to change your life. It's not going to do it for you. So there you have it. Thanks.